Hey there, welcome to the channel, welcome back. If you are familiar with how we do things around here, as you know, on this channel we talk about how in life it's not only you and it's not only me, but life's ups and downs are truly universal. And when we're going through those times that are difficult or hard, we can have compassion on ourselves, we can find strength, and we can have courage to grow. And when we're going through those joyous, wonderful, amazing times, we can be present in them and we can embrace them. So today I wanted to talk about finding yourself, or I don't want to say finding yourself, but rediscovering, reconnecting with yourself after burnout. Because burnout is real. It's very real, and it is quite taxing. So, are my headlights on? You don't think I'm flashing him? I'm not flashing you, sir. I just don't know if my headlights are on. Anyways, okay. So, many people have experienced burnout at higher rates in the recent years. It's always occurred, right? Burnout has always occurred, but there has been a slight influx in the number of people that have experienced burnout. And I want to walk you through how I have reconnected with myself after a period of burnout, and some advice that I received, and I'd like to share that with you. So I'm going to run through it in a list and just kind of talk through some of those points. The first thing is just recognizing that you are, burnt out. But it's more than just feeling like a fatigue or a tiredness. Burnout is when you have been stretched beyond your limits. And how that happens is sometimes obligation, sometimes maybe that's fear. It could be tied to like financial gain, so like your job, to where you don't feel like it's an option for you to stop. So there's a lot of things that someone, for a reason why, because some people might not understand burnout, and they might be like, oh yeah, just don't do more than you feel like doing. But sometimes there are actual drivers that can permit someone to get into the space of burnout, because saying no doesn't always feel like an option. And so know that it's okay to even just recognize the burnout and possibly stop or do less. Just that's the first thing that you want to do. And then with burnout too, the second thing is you do want to connect with yourself, like check in with your body, like how are you feeling? Burnout does a lot of things to the body. There's a lot of tension. Some people experience an increase in headaches. They have poor sleep patterns. So just really checking in with yourself and identifying, what do I need to start working on? Has my sleep gotten ruined because of my overworking or my overcommitment or whatever? Do I have more headaches? Am I, stressed? Whatever it may be, just recognizing that and you could do different breathing practices. That sometimes helps. Like some people have like your heart rate, it'll speed up, like the beating, it'll speed up. So you can do different things to slow that down, like with your breathing. You can, for me, going outside a lot more, I definitely increased that, where I started doing just daily walks outside. You don't even realize, especially if you work remote, how little time you spend outside. Intentional time outside, not like going to the car and then going somewhere and then getting back in the car and coming back, but like intentional time, walking outside, seeing nature. Though that I found that to be helpful, and I did pick up yoga. I did start doing some yoga outside, like just at my house, like on my deck. I would do some yoga. So I found that to be very relaxing and very helpful. Changing lanes. yeah, so reconnecting with your body. And then the next thing is rediscovering the things that drive you, that make you smile. You probably got the burnout because you were doing a lot of the should do's, need to do. But what are the wants, the things that you like and want to do? Finding those things, reconnecting with those things. Do you smile when you are, drawing? Do you feel very relaxed when you are doing a particular activity? That's the things that you might want to start setting some time to do, or just start back doing. It doesn't have to be structured. Just start doing it. Those are the things that, if you lose track of time doing something. For me, I had picked up just like nothing really crazy, but just some painting like that. I found an outlet where, and it's not, some of the things I did hang up around the house, but for the most part, it was just me releasing, and it was relaxing for me to do. Some people, like I have a family member, like she likes gardening. So for some, you don't know what that thing is, but it's different for everyone. But some people really, enjoy that, and that's their thing that they really enjoy doing. So the next thing, because you do want to, do the things that you like to do. You're reconnecting with yourself. I have a video on this too about boundaries, but this one is you want to set some healthy boundaries, because the goal with getting out of burnout or recovering from burnout is not to burn out again, right? And so how do you not burn out again? You set some boundaries, and those boundaries start with, protecting that space within yourself that got that infliction, put on it. Whether it's you lost trust in yourself, you lost trust in others, whatever happened to where you're like, how did I get in this situation? You want to set some boundaries, and that protection for yourself can start with a two-letter word, no, and not no, but no, I can't. I don't have the capacity for that. You'll hear that a lot from people that have either, some people do it just out of, like, they just say it, but then there's some people that have experienced burnout, and when they genuinely tell you, I don't have the capacity for that, it's because they maybe got in a position where in the past they just kept saying yes, 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 and then they had to now build themselves back up, and so they are genuinely telling you, like, hey, I don't have the capacity for that. I don't. Now, I can recommend somebody to you that might be able to help you with that, but just they don't have the capacity for it, because they're intentional now about what they will devote their time to and what they won't devote their time to, because they've experienced the adverse reactions. Moving on, you can just create some patterns, some small patterns. You could say like routines, where these are things that you look forward to. Whether it's starting your day with a cup of tea. Most people do coffee, but I'm a tea drinker. I love teas. So you might start your day with a cup of tea, maybe a particular tea. Maybe you have a particular way that you make it. Maybe you make yourself an iced protein tea or something like that. You just kind of do something for yourself. Maybe there's some music or a playlist that you play in the morning or at night or whatever, but you kind of just build small little routines to where it's like you get a lot of joy and excitement out of these things. Maybe there's somebody that you love talking to. Maybe you start making time to talk to them, and because you get a certain level of just joy or cheerfulness from whatever this thing is. And it's small. It doesn't have to be anything big. So I think, getting that type of routine set up to where you have something that you look forward to, you have something that you like to do, and it's enjoyable for you, and it's consistent. Small but consistent. The next thing, which is the sixth thing, and oftentimes we don't feel comfortable doing that, but get some support. It could be a close, trusted friend. It could be a spouse. It could be a parent. It could be a family member. It could be a professional. You could work with a professional. There are different, if you search online, there might be different groups. But one-on-one or group, support or group therapy, that's an option for you to get support and be in a safe environment, especially in a professional environment. You kind of have an additional layer of peace of mind, because it can't be shared what you talk about or what you want to explore or dive into. It's not going to be up for open discussion anywhere outside of that environment. So that's a peace of mind as well, and you can share honestly how you feel and get some of that burden or weight off of you, and also get some direction and get some guidance from someone who is neutral. And then the next thing, you do want to just start going forward in life with a purpose of just being better. All right, so my camera jumped off the how does this look too? That's real fake light. What's this one like? Okay, I don't know which one I like better. Whew. Okay, but anyways, to close it out, so the last thing is, and this is key, this is critical, don't try to go back, don't try to figure out how to get back to who you were. So you might say, like, I'm trying to get back to who I was. And that in itself adds a layer of pressure, right? Because then you feel like you lost time or you lost yourself. But just discover who you are now, because through that experience, right, you have new knowledge, you have new information, right? And that's not to be negated. You don't want to dismiss that. You don't want to minimize that, right? But focus on, who am I now? What do I like now? What do I want now? What do I not like? What do I not want now? Framing it like that allows you to still have a positive outlook about going forward. Sometimes if you frame it as if, I want to get back to who I was, that makes automatically, just the wording feels like, I got to catch up. I got some catching up to do. I got to make up for lost time. I got to whatever. And that's not healthy. That's honestly not healthy. So just know that the burnout that you've experienced or are experiencing it's not the end point. It's just a turning point. You now get to rewrite your experience. You now get to position yourself more wisely, right? You get to position yourself more surely. There's a level of awareness that you would not have had otherwise. Look at the things that you were able to gain. Look at the things that you were able to gain. Because looking at it any other way is going to be very discouraging, and it's not going to help you at all. It's not going to help you at all. So I do want to encourage you, just start small. Do a little bit at a time from some of the, tips and steps that we talked through in this video. And just know that this is what healing looks like, and you don't have to rush it at all. You don't need to rush it at all. There's no deadline date. There's no, I have to be back to myself by this time. There's none of that, because you're discovering who you are with this new information, with this new insight, knowledge about yourself, one, but two, about how to deal with just the life around you. So I really, 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 really hope that you start healing. I really, really hope that you start healing. And I know that there are people around you in your life that maybe they are experiencing something similar. Maybe they, or they have experienced something similar. But I believe that them seeing you go through, you know, whatever you're going through, whatever information they're privy to, you know, just know that, you know, people can learn from you. I often find that to be something that sometimes centers me, right? Somebody might be learning from you. And, you know, that helps me sit up just a little bit taller. And number one, because I want more healing for myself, but two, just knowing that I can be an example for someone, you know, that does a little bit of something for me. And it might do a little something for you, but if you're not at that point yet, just do a little bit at a time. Just do a little bit at a time. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Don't put any deadlines, but just connect with yourself. Focus on discovering what you want, discovering, you know, what you want to achieve. And it could be something as simple as, I just don't want to be upset. Okay, that's where you start. Let's focus on that. You don't want to be upset. Okay, that's what you're every day you're working towards, not being upset. So go find that small thing that you want to change, and then you have your small things that you work on that give you some of those wants, those likes for yourself in your daily life. So anyways, I hope you found this to be informative. I'm sorry that you're experiencing what you're experiencing, but just know that it will get better. Just know that it does get better. Yeah, so check the description box. Sometimes I put different worksheets in there, so you can go ahead and check that out. Please like this video, leave a comment. You can subscribe to the channel if you feel so inclined to do so. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope everything gets better. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.